Hey everyone, RedyTAY here again with another attempt at a solo Pokemon challenge. You have seen me take on Pokemon Silver with a single Sentret, and Pokemon Red with a single Snorlax. Well, now I'm breaking the mold by going Game Boy Advance and not using a normal type. So now we're going to see if you could beat Pokemon Sapphire with a single Meditite. Once again, as you guys probably already expected, I have never used a Meditite. I don't usually have a fighting type on my team, and if I did in Gen 3, if you can't tell by my profile, I'd be using a Blaziken. Well, today it's going to be different. Personally, I think Fighting Psychic is an interesting type combination, and I still think that even as I look at our type matchup. Fairy doesn't exist in this game, and only having two types we are weak against sounds great. There are just two surprising things. One, I expected bad stats, but not worse than the first form starter bad. I didn't even know speed was Meditite's best stat. Barely, but still. Do you even see this HP? Second, when it comes to the decision for this to be my next challenge, I just picked it and dived right in, so I was completely blindsided when I saw the moveset for Meditite. Starting the run with Bide being our only attacking move is not going to be fun. It is going to be a little bit of a struggle till we get Confusion, but this is a challenge, so I should expect some hard spots. I mean, the same can be said about a lot of this moveset. We really only have Confusion and High Jump Kick as set damage moves. I like a little more consistency than that. The TM use is alright. Maybe we break out Focus Punch? I'm not liking the fact that there isn't a dark move on here. Not going to have an easy time facing Ghosts in this run. Basic rules first. I can only use Meditite throughout the whole game and I can't evolve it. Ancient Pokemon can be used so I can still get around. No cheats or hacks can be used to advance. And I'm going to continue with my trend where no items can be used in battle. I'm not quite sure what to expect in this run. Slower start for sure, trying to get to a point to beat the Rock Gym, but we should be in a decent enough place for a lot of this. I'm dreading the Flying Gym and Phoebe in Elite 4 of course. Let's dive in and get started. So we start the game by moving into our new house, setting up our clock, and saving Professor Birch. I set up the Pokemon randomizer to replace Torchic with Meditite because I feel like Swampert would be the hardest for us to fight, and from here we see just how well Bide works. For those that don't know, the main gimmick with Bide is that we start to move and wait 2 turns and not do anything else. During those 2 turns, we hope we get hit with some damaging moves because once those 2 turns have passed, we then unleash twice the amount of damage that we received from those 2 turns. We were very fortunate that all the Wild Poochyena did was spam Tackle, which allowed us to deal damage with all the bites that we used. Only got 15 experience from this battle though, so I hope that is not an indicator on how this first leg of the run is going to go. When we get to the lab, Professor Birch gives us Meditite and we nickname it Pertwee, because she looks like someone who would use Venusian Aikido. Pertwee has the ability Power Up, which raises her attack. This is a nice simple solid ability to have. Pertwee's nature is Impish, which means increased defense and lower special attack. I like having a higher defense, but I was hoping to lean more on the Psychic portion of Pertwee's moveset, so the decreased special attack is a little worrying. Anyway, we travel north and get to battling May. The first attempt did not end with a win, and shows how much of a pain using Bide is in these battles. We did well getting Mudkip to red health. Mudkip also used some growls while we were restoring at Bide, so our chance for more stored attack power is lower. And the AI correctly timed some tackles while we were not using Bide, so we took some damage with no way to reciprocate. Okay, second attempt and this one is a win. The only reason I think we won is because we had one extra Bide that dealt with us getting hit by back-to-back tackles instead of tackle and growl. That and we were lucky in not having such bad tackle outside of Bide luck. See, winning these battles can go either way with Bide. It really is a dice roll when it comes to if an opponent is going to use an attacking move or not. It doesn't help that we are using a move that we need to take damage for 2 turns while not exactly supporting the best HP. Now we can really start our journey, and I'm going to take on every trainer we meet in these neighboring routes. We need to get to level 9 so we can get Confusion. From there we will have a chance to beat Roxanne with an actual decent attacking move for this point of the game. As you can see from the footage, I am battling, healing up afterwards, rinse and repeat. And occasionally I lose a battle and have to start over. I want to see how much experience I get from these battles before just admitting that I will have to struggle grind to get to level 9. Okay, this plan quickly unraveled because I was reminded that we will not last long if our opponent has more than one Pokemon. We can't last 2 rounds battling, taking damage to deal damage because of our HP, and we can't use potions to heal between our opponent's Pokemon, so we're just going to grind against wild Pokemon instead. Eventually we get to level 8, and I decide to take on one of the trainers that stalled me earlier. After we beat their first Pokemon, we get to level 9 and learn Confusion. From there, we clear their second Pokemon, and I finally feel like we can make major progress in this early portion of the game. That being said, not everything is smooth sailing. The next trainer is a Poochyena and a Taillow, both Pokemon that are super effective types against us. So we have to stick with our original bide plan for Poochyena, but at least Taillow goes down quickly with Confusion before it can hit us with a super effective peck. Having Confusion is a blessing, and we quickly get through Petalburg Woods and head to Rustboro. We just spammed Confusion throughout all that route, except we had to use Bide to get past the Team Aqua Grunt. We get to Rustboro Gym at level 14 and we give Roxanne a go. We start off by delivering a critical hit Confusion against her level 14 Geodude. Geodude also lands a critical hit, but it's a Rock Tomb, which we resist, so we are still standing in green health. Roxanne then uses a potion. Because of that, we were able to land 2 more Confusions, landing Geodude back to orange health. But Roxanne uses another potion, so we have to repeat the cycle. But our first of the next 2 Confusions was another critical hit, which allows the second one to take Geodude out. Nosepass is now out and opens with a weak Rock Throw. But our Confusion isn't really doing a lot of damage either. Nosepass switches to Tackle, we stick with Confusion. Nosepass goes back to Rock Throw, and we still stick with Confusion. Now we are both in orange health. We both stick with our current plans, and Pertwee goes down with a critical Rock Throw. Part of that was bad luck, but also we could use a little more attack power. We were going to grind a little bit. Maybe level 16 and go from there. I turn up a Route 116 against the trainers and wild Pokemon and get back to Roxanne at level 16. Again, Geodude is out, and we again start with Confusion. Geodude starts the battle with a Defense Curl, and after we use another Confusion, Geodude starts to attack with Rock Tomb. We suffer a speed decrease, and Roxanne uses a potion. We stick with using Confusion, of course, and Roxanne uses another potion. Geodude does another Defense Curl, but all it takes is a couple more Confusions to take it out. Nosepass is now out, and we stick with spamming Confusion. We suffer another speed decrease from Rock Tomb and get hit by a Tackle. Things start to improve when we hit a critical hit Confusion and Nosepass's Rock Throw misses. Nosepass is able to eventually hit us with a weak Rock Throw and Tackle, but our Confusion spamming continues to hit harder and soon Nosepass goes down, allowing us to get our first badge of the game. I was going to skip the whole getting the Devon goods from Team Aqua Grunt, but he was an actual brick wall. All he has is Poochyena, but the only attacking move we have at the moment that can be used against it is Bide. Confusion is a sidekick move, so it won't affect the Dark Tide. Bide could easily take it out, but the AI often makes Poochyena use Sand Attack during our Bides. So that Bide either fails due to lack of attacking damage being dealt to us, or it just misses due to the multi-step decreased accuracy from Sand Attack. After a lot of waste time and Howl buildup, Poochyena eventually tackles us out of the fight with us being unable to deal any damage. After several failed attempts, we were able to beat him and make our way to Dewport to take down Brawley at the fighting gym and give the letter to Steven. As most of you probably assumed, Brawley will probably be the easiest gym we will face in this game. And most of you are right. We spam Confusion and take out his Machop and Makuhita in an easy no damage sweep. We deliver a letter to Steven and then head straight to Slateport. Also during this time, we reach level 18 and learn the move Hidden Power. I'm not really a big fan of this move, but I spent some time trying to figure out what type Pertwee's Hidden Power is, and it's Bug. This is actually a great pickup. I was hoping for something that was going to work well against flying types, but on the flip side, I now have a move that will effectively take care of the dark types we commonly face, and other sidekicks we come across, because at the moment I don't really have a good response in facing them. Hidden Power has already proven its worth too, since it one-shots the 2 Carvanas I had to face when I was handing the Devon goods to Captain Stern at Slateport. From here we head to Cycling Road and face our rival. First out from our rival is Shroomish. One hidden power takes it to half health, and then it hits us with a Mega Drain. Because of that Mega Drain, we are not able to take out Shroomish with another hidden power. Since it was able to hang on for another turn, Shroomish paralyzes Pertwee with a Stun Spore. Shroomish is able to heal a little bit more from Mega Drain, but we are able to do one more hidden power to take it out. We switch to Confusion when Numel comes out, and we go down to half health because of its Ember. Our first Confusion is a critical hit to orange health though, so that's nice. Numel's second Ember takes us to quarter health, but a second Confusion takes it to red health and confuses it. Because of that, it hits itself in Confusion the next turn, and last out is Marshtomp. But it is faster than us due to paralysis and takes us out with a single water gun. Okay, 2 attempts in, and it is obvious that we have to grind. Grinding here isn't too bad, a lot of different Pokemon which keeps things fresh, and Meditite levels pretty fast, so we get to level 24 quickly. Okay, let's give this rival battle another attempt. Shroomish is again out, and it misses its Stun Spore. Our hidden power is also hitting a little harder, so things are looking up. One more hidden power takes it out, and out again comes Numel. We start this part of the battle by hitting it with a critical Confusion, and it uses Growl. That's going to be useless because we're going to be sticking with Confusion for the rest of the battle anyway. It hangs on from another Confusion, and does a little damage with Ember, but another Confusion then takes it out. We are in a better spot this time facing Marshtomp, but our Confusion still isn't hitting hard enough. To make matters worse, its Mudshot is dealing more damage than I was expecting. We land one more Confusion and go down to a critical hit Mudshot. Oh, we still don't have enough firepower. Guess we're going to have to grind again. This time we are going to aim for level 28. Here we go again, facing our rival. We start this battle with taking Shroomish to red health with a hidden power. Because it is still standing, it is able to paralyze Pertwee and then immediately attach a Leech Seed. We were able to take Shroomish out in the second turn, but we are in a tough situation for the remainder of the battle. We were able to take Numel out with 2 Confusions, but not before taking some damage from a couple Embers and extra turns of Leech Seed. When Marshtomp comes out, I try to get Pertwee to start a bide to combat Marshtomps, but instead we waste a turn to paralysis. We repeat the next turn the same way, and by the time we finally get to start a bide, we go down due to multiple turns of losing health to Leech Seed. What is up with all the Stun Spore luck? It was missing all the time earlier. So I was thinking about grinding some more, but then I realized a horrible truth, that we are 2 levels away from level 30. Pertwee is going to be disobedient soon if we keep this up, so we better think of another way to pull off this win. Well, the only glaring problem we have in this battle is getting paralyzed by Stun Spore right out the gate in every attempt. Let's give this another go, but this time Pertwee is going to be holding a Cherry Berry, which heals paralysis. Finally, on Cycling Road, Shroomish comes out, and Pertwee one-shots it with 1 hidden power. We take out half of Numel's health with Confusion, it growls, and we hit it with another Confusion. It hangs on with a little health, uses an Ember, and we finish it off with 1 more Confusion. Marshtomp is now out, and we start a bide, he starts a bide, and we waste the next couple of turns with failed bides. Actually, we did that again right after that too. Our third attempt of bide works though due to Marshtomp switching to Mudshot. Because of that, our bide was strong enough to one-shot Marshtomp. Finally, we can progress, and we actually didn't need that Cherry Berry at all because Pertwee didn't get paralyzed. That's fine, we'll need it with Watson. Okay, now we can head straight to Mauville City and face Watson. By the time we get to battle on him, we are level 30, and I am nervous going in because we already faced a trainer's level 18 Magnemite, and our damage output was already terrible against it. So I decided to give Rock Smash a try. It's a very weak fighting move with only 20 power, but it will be double effective against Watson's steel types. And since we are part fighting, it will be stab, so we're looking at 60-ish power. Again, it's not great, but it might be the best game plan we have. Also, it has the ability to lower your opponent's defense, which could kick in and give us a slight advantage. First attempt against Watson, and Rock Smash actually takes Magnemite to yellow health as an opening move. But Magnemite immediately paralyzes Pertwee with Thunder Wave. Pertwee didn't have a Cherry Berry with her at this time when I was battling, so we do get stalled with paralysis some. But we only take 20 damage from Sonic Boom, and finish it off with 1 more Rock Smash. Voltorb takes us down to half health with Spark, and our Confusion only takes out about a third of its health. We repeat the next turn using the same moves, and we're both in orange health when Watson decides to heal Voltorb with a super potion. We still deal some good damage with another confusion, and we decide to switch over to Bide only for it to be too late since our health is too low. We go down to Spark and roll out. After many attempts, we just kept going down. It was mainly the paralysis luck, Watson using multiple super potions, and Pertwee just didn't have enough attack power to finish off this battle. I decided to go back to Slateport to get some protein, I could only afford 2, in an attempt to boost Pertwee's attack stat. But even with that addition, it didn't make a difference. Eventually we get a run that gives us the win. With Magnemite, we stick with taking it to yellow health and a defense drop with Rock Smash. It of course sticks with starting the battle with a Thunder Wave, but we soon heal from the paralysis with a Cherry Berry. One more Rock Smash takes it out. We stick with Rock Smash actually against Voltorb, which almost takes out half of its health and causes a defense drop. We get hit with a Spark and finish Voltorb off with another Rock Smash. We are in better shape than usual when Magneton comes out and continue with Rock Smash, which causes a little over a third of its health and damage and yet another defense drop. We then get paralyzed by another Thunder Wave, and we don't have another Cherry Berry to heal with. Magneton then decides to use Supersonic, but it misses, and we are able to not be paralyzed and finish off Magneton with one more Rock Smash. And I feel like we have to rush to get the 4th gym badge from Flannery so we don't have to worry about level disobedience. So I hurry along through routes 111, 112, Fiery Path, Route 113, Fall Arbor Town, Route 114, and Meteor Falls, trying to limit how many trainer battles I get into along the way. Don't remember it being this hard to avoid trainers. It's like the AI always turns when you get close. After witnessing the whole Team Aqua, Team Magma confrontation at Meteor Falls, we head back to Rustboro, clear the Rusturf Tunnel, and get back to Verandorf to get to Route 112 to Mount Chimney. When it comes to battling Archie, things are not going smoothly. Mighty Anna's Intimidate ability really is hindering our attack power. We can take him out eventually with our super effective hidden power, but when Golbat comes out, our Confusion isn't hitting hard enough while its wing attack is absolutely ending us. We are at level 33 and Pertwee has not been giving me any disobedience issues, so I wonder if the Dynamo badge from Watson allows Pokemon from level 40 and below to obey you. I'm going to go back to the other trainers I skipped and see if this grind will help me beat Archie. I want a little bit of a level boost, but I don't really want to be flirting too close to that level 40 line. Back at it again against Archie at level 36, and I am not 100% sure the grind was necessary. The AI might have gave us the win on this one. Again, we start the battle with a diminished attack due to Mighty Anna's Intimidate. With that, our super effective Bug hidden power only takes out a third of his health. We take some damage from Bite, and then bring Mighty Anna to red health from another hidden power. We get bit again, and I decide to finish off Mighty Anna with a Rock Smash, but Archie heals him to almost full health with a Super Potion. Our Rock Smash still hits though, and causes a defense drop, which is nice. I was feeling confident that a high jump kick would take it out, but Archie then switched out Mighty Anna for Golbat. Despite that switch, we were still able to take Golbat to yellow health because it was a critical hit. We then immediately used Confusion to take Golbat out. Mighty Anna is now back out, and because of this, it is able to use its Intimidate ability, so now our attack is lowered by 2 stages. That's kinda clever there, AI. But despite those 2 drops, one high jump kick was enough to take it out. Last out is Sharpedo, but we land a critical hit hidden power, and then it goes down in 1 move. Okay, now it is time to see how we do against Flannery. So we race down to Lava Ridge Town and jump into the gym battle. Jumping in at level 37, we take down both Slugmas with a single high jump kick. When Torkoal comes out, we knock it into yellow health with a high jump kick, and it knocks us into yellow health with an overheat. From here, I thought Confusion would be enough to take it out, but it isn't, and one more overheat from Torkoal finishes us. Seriously? We're gonna do this again. Of course, we finish off the 2 Slugmas with a high jump kick each, just like last time. Torkoal's now out and goes down to yellow health, again to a high jump kick. We again go to yellow health to an overheat. We stick with one more high jump kick and take out Torkoal, giving us the heat badge. Now Meditite can be up to level 50 and I can breathe easier, not having to worry about overleveling while grinding for a while. I now hightail it over to face Norman and the normal gym. Outside of Brawly, this is the other gym I'm not worried about. If you don't know what my game plan is, it's the same plan I had against Flannery. Spam high jump kick. The first Slaking goes down to red health with her opening high jump kick. It responds with a yawn. I switch to Rock Smash to safely finish it, but Norman heals Slaking up with a Hyper Potion. Our Rock Smash still lands though, and lowers its defense, but we then fall asleep shortly after. While we are asleep, Slaking uses Yawn to no avail, and then we wake up to the next turn. We go back to high jump kick to finish it off. Vigoroth is now out, but immediately goes down to a single high jump kick. Last up is the second Slaking. It actually hits first with a Facade, then takes out a little over half of our health. Our high jump kick takes it to red health though. Norman heals this one now to full health with a Hyper Potion, and we try to take it down to low health with high jump kick again, but this time we miss and faint from that. Oh, this might be harder than I thought it would be. Facade is hitting harder than I expected. The fourth attempt is when I finally get to win. The other two attempts before it end basically the same way the first one ended. This time around though, we are opening with Rock Smash instead of high jump kick, and we're doing this for two reasons. The main reason is that basically it will deal enough damage that our upcoming high jump kick will be strong enough to take it out with Norman not thinking about healing. And the second reason is, if Norman does end up healing Slaking, hopefully there will be defense drop that will help us later on. But really we just need the first reason, because the high jump kick we used was strong enough to take it down. With Vigoroth now out, we are asleep due to the previous Slaking using Yawn before going down. We take some damage from Slash while we're asleep, but like previous runs, we wake up the next move and finish Vigoroth out with a high jump kick. Again, all that is left is the second Slaking. It again attacks first with Facade, taking Pertwee to 14 health. Our Rock Smash does land as a critical hit, taking out half of its health, and Slaking then loafs around because of its ability, and we are fortunate enough to land a high jump kick that takes it out, giving us the 5th gym badge, and we level up to level 40. Looking back, I could have given Pertwee a Chesto Berry to wake her up from the sleep caused by Yawn, but we still got the win. We can now surf, and with that we are heading to the one gym I've been dreading for this whole run, Winona and the Flying Gym. But first I need to do some things to prepare for this major uphill battle. I battle all the swimmers on Route 105 and 106 around Dewford, all the trainers on the cycling road, and any trainers I could have missed further up north when I was traveling. I'm also going to try and get the Sidekick TM for the Mauville game corner. Pertwee can't learn any powerful super effective moves against flying types, and considering that we have 2 fighting type moves and a bug type hidden power move, Confusion is the only move we can lean on. The only problem is Confusion has been rapidly losing its punch as we face stronger and more fully evolved Pokemon. The best thing we can do is aim to equip Pertwee with a stronger version of Confusion, aka Sidekick. When we actually start moving forward into the storyline, Pertwee is at level 46 and now knows Sidekick. We are moving through routes 118 and 119, battling every trainer we come across, and feeling ready to take on our rival and Team Aqua at the Weather Institute. There are some depressing takeaways from traveling these routes. One is how much damage we take from Wing Attack. We battle a couple of upper 20 Swellows while we are here. The amount of damage we deal with Rock Smash is good. I know it's a weak fighting move, but I tried it at times to gauge how our attack stat is doing. But the fact they are able to deal around 30 damage with Wing Attack was more concerning to me. We are almost 20 levels higher than them, and they could technically finish this off in 4 moves. That doesn't sound horrible, but we are about to face a gym leader that has flying types in their low 30s that have stronger flying moves than Wing Attack. This is exactly why I'm going out of my way to face every trainer on these routes, because we need as much experience as we can get. The other disappointing discovery is that Pertwee got to the level to learn Recover while battling, and I couldn't get rid of Rock Smash because you can't forget HM moves. I forgot that was a thing. High Jump is the better, albeit more risky fighting move, and it would not be giving up Sidekick and our bug type hidden power. Oh well, I guess we won't have the ability to heal up for these future battles. Besides the annoying fact that most of the trainers we are facing on these routes are using flying and bug types, grinding here isn't bad at all. When we get to facing Team Aqua at the Weather Institute, things went extremely smoothly. I'll have to look back at the footage, but we basically just spammed Hidden Power because it was effective against all the dark types that they have. Okay, we're now at level 49, healed up, and ready to face a rival. This rival exchange went more smoothly than our last meetup. Shroomish went down to 1 Hidden Power, Numel went down to 1 High Jump Kick, Marshtomp went to yellow health from a side kick, hit us with a Mud Shot, and then went down to 1 more side kick. Okay, now we just have to head to Fort Tree City and see how we fare with the Flying Gym. Going into the gym, we are level 50. The HP is better than I was expecting, not great, but still better than I was expecting. It doesn't help that my previous run dealt with me using a Snorlax that had most likely double this amount of HP. I love the speed and the defense is better than I thought it would be, but that attack and special attack is leaving much to be desired. The attack is probably saved by the fact that our ability does raise that stat at times, but the special attack is concerning due to the fact we are going to rely on it when we use Sidekick in this upcoming gym. We're going to jump in and face all the trainers and then face Winona to see where we stand. Wait, never mind. We have to deal with these Kecleons first. On the way to Steven, we are faced by another bird trainer. Please note that Pertwee's Sidekick couldn't one-shot a Swablu that is 20 levels lower than it. I hope that is not a bad indicator of things to come. Anyway, Kecleon went down easy and I'm now jumping into the gym. First attempt against Winona ended in a loss, but we actually did pretty well and it was all about bad luck that caused us to lose. Right at the start, we miss our opening high jump kick against Swellow and take damage from it. Swellow's first move is Double Team. Despite the raised evasion, I decide to make the Gusty call. That's fitting. Oh, Flying Gym. Okay, we'll stick with it. Despite the raised evasion, I decide to make the gutsy call and sticking with high jump kick, and I'm glad that I do because it does one-shot Swellow. Pelipper immediately uses Protect when it comes out, so our sidekick is useless against it. It's also successful in using Protect a second time, so there goes another wasted sidekick. Our third sidekick hits and does pretty good damage-wise. It also helps that Pelipper misses Supersonic. One more sidekick is enough to finish off our exchange with Pelipper. We then have some trouble with Skarmory. We miss another high jump kick, so of course we get hurt again from that. Skarmory isn't going to take a lot of damage from sidekick, and since it is part steel, it should be neutral to fighting moves. So this should still hit hard. We just have to not miss. Skarmory hits with an aerial ace, and we are hanging on with 3 health. Our next high jump kick hits, and Skarmory falls to yellow health. But Skarmory's Steel Wing hits, and of course ends this attempt. The second attempt started off exactly the same way, even with the first few moves with Pelipper. This time though, our first high jump kick against Skarmory hits and knocks it into red health. We also get knocked into red health though from aerial ace. I know this feels like a broken record at this point of the run, with me switching to a weaker move to take out a Pokemon, only to have the opponent fully heal the Pokemon so my moves don't finish them off, but here we are again. I go for Rock Smash, so if we miss, we don't fate, but instead we deal a little damage in the grain because Winona heals Skarmory to full health with a Hyper Potion. I then take the risk and switch to High Jump Kick because either Pertwee misses and faints, Pertwee doesn't take Skarmory out with Rock Smash and then gets taken down by Skarmory attack, or a High Jump Kick hits and takes it out. Well, luckily it was the last option, and all that is left is Altaria. But I don't think we miraculously pulled off the win. We deal okay-ish damage with Sidekick, and then get taken out easily with Aerial Ace. Man, I wish that move could miss. The third attempt ended the same way as the second one. Okay, so I know for a fact I'm going out to Route 120 to face the other trainers, but how far do I go? I mean, I'm almost considering to skip the gym and continue with the storyline to revisit it later. Can't really go farther than level 60, but it still might be better to make progress in other areas of the story before going back to take on this gym. I decide to venture out to Lily Cove and face every trainer along the way. Yeah, I know Team Aqua's going out to Mount Pyre, but I'm not going there right away. I heal up at Lily Cove when I get there, and immediately face her rival. Her new Swellow went down to 1 high jump kick, her Shroomish actually hung on from 1 hidden power, and was able to stick us with a Leech Seed. 1 more hidden power took it out, but not before us losing some health from said Leech Seed. Numel goes down to a high jump kick, Marshtomp hangs on from a sidekick, hits us with a Mud Shot. We go down to red health, and finish the battle with 1 more sidekick, taking out Marshtomp. Okay, now we can go to Mount Pyre. Realistically, I'm dreading this leg of the journey, Ghosts are not a good type for Pertwee to go against. Luckily though, the trainers aren't really carrying ghost types and they all go down rather easily. Team Aqua Grunts are even bigger pushovers. We get in and out with the blue orb in hand and we head to the Team Aqua hideout. Ugh. Okay, I guess we are going to Slateport instead. I still don't even know what the point is in us going to Slateport to experience that 30-second scene just for us to have to travel back to Lily Cove. They could have just had Archie in Lily Cove say he stole the submarine from Captain Stern. Don't mind me, I'm just someone complaining because I have to travel back to Lily Cove, a long way round, because I still can't use Fly. It's not like this is a waste of time or anything. Okay, I should stop complaining, it took a little over 3 minutes to get back to Team Aqua's hideout. It's not like this is a speed run or anything. Going through the hideout isn't bad either, and before we know it, we were on our way to Moss Deep. But before we do go there, we catch a Magikarp. If you don't know why, you will soon figure it out. Another housekeeping item I'm addressing is I go to the Shoal Cave and get half of the items needed to make a Shell Bell. This is a held item that will heal the holder of 1/8 of the damage that is given to the opponent. Since the tide is up, I might have to wait a little bit before the tide is low enough for me to get the other half of the pieces. Also, it wouldn't be a RedyTAY run if I didn't go to pick up an important item only to be told that my bag is full. So while we're waiting for the tide to go down, let's give an attempt in battling the Psychic Gym leaders Tate and Liza. This is why I needed that Magikarp, since this is a mandatory double battle and Magikarp serves as the placeholder that doesn't do anything in the battle. This actually took 4 attempts, but we did get the win. The biggest part was us not missing High Jump Kick. Sometimes it was in damage range to one shot, and other times it leaves either Lunatone or Solrock in red health, where it would just be healed to full health in the next turn. On the winning run, we were able to one-shot Lunatone with our opening High Jump Kick. Solrock starts with a Sunny Day, and our next High Jump Kick hits Solrock but doesn't take it out. But Solrock used the turn to focus on taking out Magikarp with Sidekick. Things get a little scary though because Solrock is healed by Hyper Potion, and we miss our High Jump Kick and get recoil from that. I decided to see if we can get a defense drop from Rock Smash. We deal some damage, but no drop. Solrock hits Pertwee with a Flamethrower, but even with a Sunny Day, we are still standing. All we need to do is land a High Jump Kick, and I think we win. Well, there you go. I feel like I've been having some bad accuracy luck lately with High Jump Kick, but it's the hardest hitting move we have, so I kinda have to stick with it in these major battles. Now that we have the Mind Badge, we have raised special attack and defense, which should help a lot when we rematch with Winona. But for the time being, I'm going to go back to Shoal Cave and see if we can get the other pieces for our Shell Bell. Okay, well the tide is still high, so let's get back to facing Winona and see if our extra levels and badge boost is enough to take down Altaria. We revisit Winona and have a great start with taking out Swellow with one High Jump Kick. I decided to stick with using that move again when Pelipper comes out, and even though it is not effective against Pelipper, it does take it down to red health. I switched to Rock Smash, and Winona heals Pelipper, because of course. Despite the additional damage done by Rock Smash, our next High Jump Kick is not enough to take out Pelipper. To add insult to injury, Pelipper's second Supersonic actually confuses us. Since Pelipper is still in low health, and I don't want to risk messing up a High Jump Kick, Pertwee uses Rock Smash. We hurt ourselves due to confusion. We also take additional damage from an Aerial Ace, but we are then able to knock out Pelipper in the next turn because we are able to hit with Rock Smash. Despite still being confused, I decided to use High Jump Kick against Skarmory. Hey, I will take that critical hit. We are still confused when Altaria comes out, but our first Psychic still hits. Altaria starts with a Dragon Dance, and we snap out of confusion and use another Psychic. This time with a special defense drop. Altaria sticks with using Dragon Dance, and Winona heals her up with a Hyper Potion. We are sticking with Psychic, and this one is hitting hard because of that special defense drop. But we are in some shaky ground with Altaria's responding Aerial Ace that brings us down to 17 health. Thankfully, Winona decides not to heal up, and our last Psychic is enough to knock out Altaria and get another Gym Badge. Well, that was a little hectic, but we were able to squeak by and get the win. Again, I think the extra levels and the badge boost made all the difference here. Now we have to get back to the storyline at hand, so we go back to Moss Deep and head south from there. Had to catch a Wailmer for some more HM usage, but now we are ready and approaching the last leg of us getting all the gym badges. So we get through the seafloor cavern and have one more battle with Archie. which means one more time of our attack going down from Mining's Intimidate. Regardless, a high jump kick is all that is needed to end this exchange. Crobat is now part of Archie's party, and our super effective sidekick does a lot of damage to bring to red health. Its super effective air cutter doesn't do as much damage as I thought it was going to do. I figured Archie was going to heal in the next turn, and he does, but with a super potion, so Crobat's health is still in range where we can take it out with sidekick. Last out for Archie's Sharpedo, which has gotten a little stronger from the last time we have met, because it's able to withstand our hidden power. That's okay, because its slash didn't take us out, and Archie used another super potion, allowing our next two hidden powers to take it out. We then head to Satopolis and take on Kyogre. Kyogre takes a couple attempts, but we eventually take it down. When it comes to battling Wallace, it only took one attempt. Out first for Wallace's Love Disc, one high jump kick was more than enough to take it out. I decided to see how Sidekick would fare with Wishcast when it came out. Yeah, it did a little less than half damage, and since it used Amnesia, we probably shouldn't stick with that plan. High Jump Kick was also the finishing move in this exchange. The same could be said when Silo came out because it's part ice, making it weak to fighting moves. And Seaking. Wallace's last Pokemon is Melodic. Our High Jump Kick took it into deep red health. It hits us with our first damaging move of the battle with Water Pulse. Wallace then heals Melodic with a Hyper Potion. Pertwee then hits Melodic with a Rock Smash. We don't get a defense drop. But that's okay because a critical hit High Jump Kick was enough to take it out. We are now at level 61, which is good, but I still want to be at a higher level if I want to feel somewhat comfortable taking the Elite Four on. So we're going to have to do some things to feel prepared for this final leg of the journey. We are going to face all the trainers we skipped on the sea routes, finish getting all the parts for the Shell Bell, and then plant some Leopard Berries. I know this might be kind of random, but I don't feel like looking for all the elixirs and ethers in the game, and we need a little more security when it comes to power points in between battles. I have 6 of these, and I'm going to plant them and come back later. Getting through Victory Road is going very smoothly until we get to this trainer. Mainly it's their Sableye. The Mawile that starts the battle goes down to one high jump kick, and we recover a good amount of health from that. But that Sableye is a menace. The only move we have that can attack it is Hidden Power, and it would take 3 hits to take it out. We get into red health easily, but she always heals up, and we don't last long enough to fully take it out again. If it's not the bad confusion luck, it's the barrage of Shadow Balls that we have to endure. That and the thing has knockoff, so we can lose our Shell Bell and the healing ability at some point of the battle. I gave this many attempts, and they all ended the same way. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to backtrack and take the other way around the waterfall to progress in the cave. After facing another trainer, we get to level 66, and I see if this is enough to take out that stupid Sableye. It is not. Okay, let's get out of the cave for the time being. We will be back later. Sableye can be such a pain in this kind of run. I'm so glad there isn't one in the Elite Four. Oh, wait, never mind. Well, that is a reason enough for us to grind some more. If we can't take down this random trainer Sableye, then we need more attack power against Phoebes. I mean, even battling Wally went smoother than that. Despite the fact we are 22 levels higher than Wally's Altaria, our Psychic still doesn't take it out. Jeez, our special attack. It starts the battle with Dragon Dance, Wally heals it with a Super Potion, and we still can't take it out with a Psychic despite the fact Altaria wasn't even at full health. Well, a non-effective high jump kick can finish the job, I guess. Next out is Delcatty, but it should be obvious high jump kick is the way to go. If it doesn't miss. I'm very thankful that her Sing missed. Okay, another attempt at high jump kick, and this time it connects and one-shots Delcatty. The same can be said with the Magneton that comes out next. We then switch the Sidekick to one-shot Rosalia since it's part poison. Last out of Gardevoir, and we were able to do some major damage with Hidden Power. It uses a double team, and Wally heals it up with a Super Potion. Again, not to full health. Another Hidden Power takes it down to red health, but thanks to Wally's item use, we get another chance to attack, so one more Hidden Power was able to quickly end the battle. We are now at the Elite Four, but I think we still need to grind some before jumping in. That, and I still need to wait for the Leopard Berries I planted to fully grow so we can collect them. I might seriously think about grinding Pertwee to level 75 before even jumping into the Elite Four. Grinding isn't bad. Pertwee levels up quickly. It's just alarming how much her special attack is being left behind compared to the other stats. Even when Pertwee is in the low 70s level-wise, a double effective psychic still doesn't take out a Hariyama that is more than 30 levels lower than us. I mean, it hangs on with a sliver, but still, I think it points to how bad our special attack is. One cool thing is that our Zigzagoon found 2 rare candies with its pickup ability while we were grinding. It's nice to know it has our back while we grind. Also, while we were here, we attempted the rematch with that trainer that kept stonewalling us with Sableye. It still wasn't pretty, by the way. I mean, you're already at a bad start if you miss your high jump kick against Mawile. Next turn, we were able to take it out despite using Iron Defense. With Sableye out, we hit it with a hidden power that does a little more than half of its health and damage. We then get confused by Confuse Ray and hurt ourselves in the next turn. That Shadow Ball didn't help much either. Fortunately, our next hidden power was able to hit and was strong enough to take that dang Sableye out. We finished that battle up and we soon get to level 75. Stat-wise, this is what I expected. The HP is a little nicer than I was expecting, but that special attack? Yikes. I wish I could shave off some of that speed stat and give it to special attack. Regardless, I think this will be a good spot for us to attempt the Elite Four, so let's jump in. As you probably figured, Sydney was not really a threat at all. I mean, he loves dark types, and we have fighting and bug moves, which are super effective in these instances. Yes, we have to deal with an attack drop again with another opening Mightyena Intimidate, but a high jump kick is still perfect for taking out Mightyena and Absol. When Cacturn comes out, we switch to Hidden Power, which is also strong enough to one-shot it. We stick with the same game plan for Sharpedo, but he hangs on in yellow health. He decides to use Swagger, which raises our attack but confuses us. We hurt ourselves from confusion in the next turn, and Sharpedo hits us into yellow health with Surf. In the next turn, we are fortunate to snap out of confusion, and we finish battling Sharpedo with another Hidden Power. Last out for Sydney is Swiftry. Just like Cacturn, one hidden power is all that is needed to take it out. Sydney was easy, but Phoebe on the other hand, she starts the battle with a Dusclops, and I really dislike how its ability, Pressure, will be chewing up our Psychics because it will take 2 power points for us to use 1 Psychic against it. Psychic only has 10 power points at the moment, and it's the only move we can use for part of our team. It's going to be a scarce resource for sure. That being said, starting the battle with a critical hit Psychic that takes Dusclops to red health is always a good start. Getting confused by Confuse Ray on the other hand is not. That and the full restore Phoebe uses, that's definitely not preferred. We soon hurt ourselves with confusion damage and then get the chance to hit Dusclops with another Psychic. This one isn't a critical hit though, however, and we don't even take out half of its health. Things are getting worse as Dusclops then sets up a curse. This is a timed death sentence when you're doing a single Pokemon challenge. We don't have a lot of time to do anything despite the fact we are currently in green health, and I am right to say that because we hurt ourselves again in confusion, we get hit by a Shadow Punch from Dusclops, and curse damage finishes us off. We gave this battle another attempt, but it ended the same way, with a loss. Well, after that I decided I really should do something about Pertwee's special attack. So I go get some calcium, only to find out that it actually won't do anything for that stat. So I just added the 3 rare candies that we had to Pertwee. Do I expect these 3 levels to do anything with our fight with Phoebe? Not really, but I'm going to give this a go and see how we fare. At least our sidekick takes Dusclops to half health, and that wasn't even a critical hit. Dusclops responds with a curse, which takes it out, but still, we are stuck with a curse for the remainder of the fight. Psychic deals about the same amount of damage with Bayonet. The good thing though about Bayonet is that it doesn't have the pressure ability, so we're only using 1 power point per attack now. That's a real hollow plus though, because Bayonet hits us with an effective Shadow Ball, we take curse damage, and then take Bayonet down with another Psychic while our health is at 10. Our Shell Ball raises our health to 17, but that doesn't matter because Sableye comes out just for us to faint for more curse damage. Okay, getting to our 3rd Pokemon is a very hollow achievement. We just don't have the firepower, and it doesn't help that we have one hand tied behind our back with us not being able to use half of our moves. I mean, from the start of the game I knew that this would be the biggest mountain we would have to climb outside of Winona. Grinding is the same as earlier, just a little bit longer. Zigzagoon found us 2 more rare candies, which I of course used, and a power point up, which I used for Psychic since we only have 10 uses at the moment, and that pressure ability is seriously hampering us. We are now at level 85, so let's see how much of a difference that makes. Despite the 7 level difference, I feel like Pertwee's Psychic isn't hitting any harder. Not necessarily complaining because we still have Dusclops down to yellow health from Psychic, but I was hoping we would be closer to a one-shot range than that. Anyway, we get confused by Confusion Ray. Nevertheless, we are able to land another Psychic, taking Dusclops down. At least we're not cursed. Bayonet is now out and we snap out of Confusion. Even better! Our luck is still hanging around considering Bayonet's Will-O-Wisp misses so we aren't burned. Another Psychic knocks out Bayonet. Sableye is next and Hidden Power is doing alright. Not quite dealing half health damage, but it is a blow. Sableye reciprocates with an equal damage Shadow Ball. We repeat our next turns with the same move. Sableye is in red health and we are hanging on in yellow. Phoebe healed Sableye with a full restore. Yes, I saw that coming. And our next Hidden Power does about the same amount of damage as the first one. The second Hidden Power brings it to low yellow health, and we fall to 17 health from another Shadow Ball. That is still enough health though, to hang around and finish off Sableye with one more Hidden Power. Shell Bell only gives us 3 more health from that, and the second Bayonet is now out. Psychic lands at 2 low yellow health, and heals us to the 30s. Which is just enough for us to survive Bayonet's Psychic with 2 health. Phoebe uses another full restore, which gives us the opportunity to use Psychic twice to finish Bayonet for good, and we get to heal up to 18 health. This is still a very rough spot to be in. All that is left is Phoebe's second Dusclops. Psychic doesn't even remove half of its health, but we were able to heal up a little more to 24. But as you probably would assume, that health is nowhere near enough to survive Dusclops' Earthquake. We have never made it that far, but let's be honest, there was some luck involved. I don't really want to grind more, and I'm going back to the drawing board to figure out what else we can do short of grinding. I did come up with one idea worth trying. I'm going to go to the moves leader to get Pertwee to forget Rock Smash and replace it with Rock Tomb. I know accuracy will be a slight problem, but we still have a great attack stat, all things considered, and we just need a physical move that can take out these low HP ghosts. Here we go again. Rock Tomb removes about half of the first Dusclops' health. We then get confused by Confusion Ray and hurt ourselves in the next turn. Surprisingly, Shadow Punch doesn't take us to yellow health. We then snap out of Confusion and knock out Dusclops with another Rock Tomb. Bayonet is quickly hit by our Sidekick, but its Spite removes 4 power points for that move. Rude. Well, we use another Sidekick to take it out. When Sableye comes out, we switch back to using Rock Tomb and it does a nice amount of damage. Its Shadow Ball also does a decent amount of damage to us as well. We switch to Hidden Power and it's strong enough to take it out. The second Bayonet is now out and Sidekick takes it to red health. Real thankful we have that Shell Bell here because with the healing we got from that Sidekick, we were able to survive Bayonet's Shadow Ball with 1 health. This is cutting it extremely close. Phoebe then decides to heal Bayonet with a full restore. Our next Sidekick takes her back down to red. I thought we would then take Bayonet out here with another Sidekick, but nope. Phoebe uses another full restore. Doesn't really matter too much though, because we still take out Bayonet with a couple more Sidekicks. Hey, at least we heal to 32 health. All that is left again is the second Dusclops. Rock Tomb deals about almost half of its health and damage. But we go down to Ice Beam. Well, that didn't go smoothly. Rock Tomb actually doesn't have as much attack power as I thought it would. I gave this attempt many runs and nothing worked out well. So I went out and found a whole bunch of rare candies, so when we get to Phoebe we're at level 95, and I still can't one-shot the weaker Dusclops. This time though, it just attacks with Shadow Punch. I actually want to do that instead of using Confuse Ray or Curse. See, we take it out with another Sidekick, and we don't have any status conditions to worry about. Bayonet comes out, goes to red health, hits us with a Shadow Ball, and heals with a full restore. We deal damage with Rock Tomb, we take it back to red health, and finish it off with Sidekick. Rock Tomb is still the move of choice against Sableye, and it still pays off. We take some damage from Shadow Ball, and finish it off with Hidden Power. One more Bayonet on Phoebe's team, but this one luckily goes down to a single Sidekick. 1 Pokemon left. Shell Bell, don't fail me now. Dusclops is out and our Sidekick takes it to half health. We are then taken down to 62 health from its Shadow Ball. I thought we were golden with just needing to land one more Sidekick, but it actually hangs on with a sliver. At least we still heal from the Shell Bell. Dusclops then hits us with a Shadow Ball, but we are able to hang on with 11 health. Dusclops heals a little from a berry, and is now in yellow health at this point. That's okay though, because Phoebe decides not to heal Dusclops with that much health remaining, which allows us to knock it out with one more sidekick. Wow, that was lucky there at the end, but I'm going to take it. Also, did I even use Rock Tomb at all in that run? Well, 2 times, but I'm not so sure it made a difference. Anyway, here we go against Glacia. And we are already off to a rocky start by missing high jump kick. Glalie is able to set up light screen, and our next attempt of a high jump kick actually hits and knocks out Glalie. The next Glalie and the first Celio go down to a similar fate. For this late portion of the game, Shell Bell is a saving grace when you rely on a move like high jump kick. As long as the luck shifts in your direction and you don't miss for several turns, the healing that comes from landing an attack like high jump kick can kinda make up for the damage you received from missing it once. That, and since the Shell Bell deals with the amount of damage dealt and Glacia's Pokemon have more HP than others, we are healing pretty well. And we miss another high jump kick against Celio. That miss takes us down to half health, and soon we are down to about a quarter due to Celio's Blizzard. We stick with using high jump kick, and it takes Celio out, and we continue to heal some from the Shell Bell, but it's not enough when Walrein comes out. We miss our third high jump kick, and that crash causes enough damage to knock Pertwee out. Well, the luck has seemed to have turned now. We should be able to win this, and I am not changing our game plan. Let's give this another go. Just as I was expecting, as long as it doesn't miss, high jump kick one-shots every one of Glacia's Pokemon. Now when it comes to Drake, I don't really know what to expect. I mean, he does have some part flying types, so the high jump kick won't have as much kick, pun intended, as it did against Glacia. I'm hoping Rock Tomb and Psychic are enough to get by. Shelgon is the first of Drake's Pokemon. High jump kick is strong enough to take it out in one hit. Out next is Flygon, and our Psychic does more damage than I was expecting. Flygon then becomes slightly annoying with making Sandstorm. We are going to take some damage every turn for a while now. I hope the Shell Bell can keep up. Anyway, another Psychic finishes off Flygon. Next is Salamence, which also has the Intimidate ability, so down goes our attack. Silver lining is we are both taking damage from Sandstorm. Rock Tomb is now the move that I am pleased to see hitting harder than I expected. Salamence is in yellow health and starts to fly. We both take damage from Sandstorm. I wasted a turn using a Rock Tomb while Salamence is still in the air. Also, a random side note, while I was writing this up later, I did some research and apparently high jump kick could hit a target in the air from fly. I really wish I knew that during this part of the battle. Also, I'm not 100% confident in that, I have to look into it more. Salamence then heals some from a berry. The fly does hit and take Pertwee to yellow health, but we were able to finish this part of the battle by knocking out Salamence with one more Rock Tomb. When Altaria comes out, the Sandstorm subsides, and we take it to yellow health with a Rock Tomb. One more Rock Tomb finishes the battle, but not before taking some more damage from Altaria's Dragon Breath. Drake's last Pokemon is a second Flygon. Just like the last one, Psychic deals a good chunk of damage. It does a sand attack, but Psychic is still a pretty accurate move, so we finish it in the battle with a second one. Okay, great, those moves totally pulled their weight in us securing the win. All that is left is the champion battle with Steven. Steven starts the battle with Skarmory. We are faster, of course, and land a large amount of damage with a high jump kick. Skarmory then puts a clock on the battle by using Toxic and critically poisoning us. Shell Bell will heal us, like always, but it won't take long before the poison damage from Toxic outpaces the healing from our Shell Bell. Steven heals Skarmory with a full restore, and we hit it with a Rock Tomb. Another high jump kick is used to knock Skarmory out. Within one shot, high jump kick, Armaldo, Credilli, and Aggron. You would think we were making great progress, but like I said, toxic poison damage is accruing pretty rapidly, and the Shell Bell just can't keep up. Metagross is now out, but we missed the high jump kick, and due to where we are at with the poison damage, we faint. We really had so many things going our way until the end. Let's give this another go. Well, that wasn't much better, but I still think we can pull off this win without grinding out to the max level. Skarmory is again the first out, and we knock it down to red health with a high jump kick. This time though, it starts the battle with Spikes. Way to waste a move there, Steven. Not surprising, Steven heals up Skarmory to full health, and we respond by dealing some damage with a Rock Tomb, and finish it off with a high jump kick. Next out is Armaldo, but again a high jump kick knocks it out in one turn. The same story is said for Cordelia and Aggron. Metagross is now out and we connect for a high jump kick. It's in yellow health when it hits us with a Meteor Mash. It heals a little bit from a berry, but it's not enough for it to withstand another high jump kick from us. Last out for the whole game is Claydol, and we have some misfortune missing a high jump kick. Despite the reflect it just put up, we were able to take out a quarter of health with a successful high jump kick. We get hit by a weaker than I was expecting Earthquake and switch over to using Hidden Power. It does bring Claydol to yellow health and responds with putting up a light screen. All this doesn't matter though because our next Hidden Power is a critical hit that takes it out and makes us the victor over Steven. Well, there it is, the win. We are Pokemon champions and have finished the game. This was another fun run, but it was definitely the most challenging in a way. These stats were rivaling Sentret, and the moveset is worse if I do say so myself. It's obvious that its attacks are mainly based off it taking damage and dishing it back to its opponents. At least there are some decent TM options for more regular attacks. I feel like there weren't a lot of curveballs, but the areas I was dreading really were as bad as I thought they would be, if not worse. That being said, as my first time using Meditite, I still kinda like this Pokemon. I think if you evolved it up, build it into your party, it would be a solid addition to the team. At least the stats would be better, I think. I hope everyone liked this run. The next run I'm jumping into deals with if you can beat Pokemon Leaf Green with a single Tentacool. Like I mentioned in my other videos, if you have any suggestions for future runs, please let me know. I have a list, but it will end eventually, and I am hoping for some creative input. And not just in challenges, but also in ways to make the videos better. Please continue to like and subscribe as well if you like what you see. Anyway, hope you all have a great day, and until next time, Geronimo.